Didn't get it right for recording.
Okay, let's start. Record on this computer. Okay, let's start with homework. What is also considered a trigger for almost everything, as mentioned by Master Vasubandhu in the text after discussing the trigger for misunderstanding at the first link?
Sleepiness? Just
No,
kidding.
Okay, I was kind of surprised. What do you guess is the trigger for almost everything? Wow, this is like very brave.
Contact.
Yes, contact. Yay. Contact is also taught as being the trigger for almost everything. All right, what are the three kinds of impurities taught in the Sutra of the Big Belly? I don't know. Poo, so poo, right? Anybody remember? What kind of impurities? Impurities of
Desire.
desire, and then impurity of beings, and finally the misunderstanding of the impurity. Thank you. Wow, you have a good notes. The causal factor means that a cause can be the factor and they are not contradictory. But which one of the 6 causes is not a causal factor?
Oh, the first one.
The what? Sorry, I missed you. Okay, shall I give the thumbs up? All right. The doer, the functioning cause.
Yeah.
Okay, let's test my memory. Clenchik chung wei gyu. Anybody remember?
Simultaneous cause.
Simultaneous, yeah. Kelnyam ki q.
Cause of the same type.
就没想来了，就
So
Or that.
this cause of the same type.
那什么
Chung den ki q.
The cause and a mental link. Yay.
Mentally linked cause, yeah. Kundroi gyu.
Ever present cause.
Ever present cause. Namingi gyu.
Ripen cause.
Ripen karmas. Yeah, thank you very much.
Wow.
All right, Geshe-la, these are the 2 paragraphs and I hope they are correct.
This from your text or in the 4 factors?
Abhidharma. From the
Abhidharma.
Abhidharma.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks too understandable, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
No, it's just not where I thought we left off. That's all. I just got to find it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, this was where we left off.
I would say they are Tsumbadematagyan, okay? Oh, by the way, when you say Dematagyan, immediate factor,
Yes.
sometimes that's a nickname, that's a short name. And the full name is Sumba Dematagyan, okay?
Oh.
Simultaneous factor in a mental link. Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's the full name of this kin.
see.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an immediate factor in a mental link. Yeah.
They are the immediate factor in the mental link.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I see. Okay, I see. Oh, Tsumma Dematagyan. All right.
Because they are a state of mind which triggers another state of mind just after them.
I see.
which they are linked with.
Okay, I'll
Hi, Chin Chin.
correct the English later. All right,
Yeah,
thank
link.
you.
Okay, good. Now this is very sexy, and this is one of the reasons why we study causes and conditions in the second chapter.
Can I ask about
gotcha.
the first sentence though? Let's take most of the mental and mental states.
I'm sorry, what?
Semdang semjung kyepa. Let's take most of the
Oh.
mental and
You can say, I don't know. You can say, what do we call it? Mental functions. Yeah,
Mental function.
yeah. You could say functions. Yeah. Okay.
Mind.
but
and
mental by itself.
Mind. We would.
Mind.
Oh, I'm
right?
sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Is this the one you're referring to?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
And it would be the mind in most of the mental functions?
Some does. No, I think it's most. The most goes before both of them.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Most of my mind, not all of it.
Well, most occasions or most occurrences, right?
Okay.
And here's the exception. Ga chomba tame sem senju. Okay, so then you know that the one above covers both mind and mental functions the most, because here it says. So leave that alone. That's correct. Most occurs. Most refers to both mind and mental functions, because in the next sentence below, it says, let's take the mind and mental state. Let's take the final mind and mental states. Let's take the final mind. Okay, you don't have to say all. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just yeah. The final mind and mental states of an enemy destroyer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Enemy destroyer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. They are not immediate factors in a mental link. Okay.
Immediate factor in the mental link.
Yeah, in a mental link. Yeah.
Okay.
What's a near you guys? Ben Kramer.
Near you, like a near lengigu, like an immediate preceding cause.
Yeah. So here it means they are not an immediate. Sorry, there is no immediate result.
There is no immediate result
of a state of mind just after them.
Right.
Just after them. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I see there is no. Okay.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because they're enemy destroyer.
Yeah. Well, what happens to people when they reach Arhat in the Abhidhamma system?
Oh, they gone.
Yeah, they just stop. Okay. Their
Just
body.
stop.
Say anybody for $50 going to give me the famous expression for that? Wow, that was absolutely simultaneous, right? Nick said it too, right?
I only heard Ben.
I didn't say that. I had only unclicked the mute button when Ben said it.
Were you gonna say that, Nick?
For sure, but he totally got it quick.
I think we should do $50 each. So $50 to the Ezra Scholarship Fund and $50 to the Amelie Scholarship Fund. Okay.
Wow.
Or maybe they can both use the $50 to go visit each other when they grow up.
Oh,
Aw.
yeah.
Oh, that's cute. That's how much you think that costs still.
All right, good job, Sugeng.
Thank you.
That was a good job. I gave you the sexy part. Okay, that's by the way the most important sentence in this whole part of the second chapter. You know, is that there could be a cause without a result, right? That's kind of weird, right?
Oh, wow.
Let me see if I can find where we were. Sorry, I'm a little. Let's see, where did Sugeng go?
Isabidama Geshala.
Yeah, I know, but where is David? Hang on, I gotta go get
Okay.
it.
Search for $3 signs.
Check in
Or
the hint.
1211.
12 now, right?
Yeah.
Did I sent it to you, right?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Don't worry. Okay. Move this over here.
Farther down. Yeah.
Not that far. Oh, yeah. Oh, we finished
1211
here.
is that's where we started last time.
All right.
So down a little more.
Here we are. Okay. So we finished these two paragraphs. Let me give you a cursor.
Yeah.
And you can see it, right?
See what? Oh,
A
okay.
bigger cursor, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
It's big now. Yeah.
All right. Let me push this down so you can read the whole thing.
Okay.
All right. All right, Dr. Kramer. Here we go. Sugeng.
Suk Sokki Chö Tam Che Chö Chen Mik Pe Ken Gu Tak Kang Rong Yin Te Suk Miki Nam Sheki Mik Ken Yin Pa Ne Chö Tam Che Iki Nam Sheki Mik Ken Yin Pe Chir.
Okay, cool. So we're on the subject of a mikbeken, which refers to what, you guys?
The
Object of an
Object.
object is the basis of
Yeah. An object of perception, which in the Abhidharma school triggers your awareness, okay? So if I put a pen in front of my face, then that triggers an awareness, okay? So it's a ken. The pen is the ken. The color and shape of the pen actually are the trigger. And then as soon as I go like that, then it triggers an awareness in my mind, okay? And I remember an accent, I remember a very famous question from a guy named Leon. Some of you know him in New York, in the New York classes. And he said, he raised his hand immediately. And he said, but I thought it was coming from me. Okay, so it was a brilliant question, you know, because it makes sense, right? If when I cover the pen and then suddenly I uncover it, it triggers a perception in my mind, right? And then he said, but no, the pen's coming from me. It's the opposite way. So what do you say to that, Sugeng? Kramer, you want to say something? I can tell.
Well, I mean, the first thing I would say is this is Abhidharma.
Yeah, that's all, Sugeng.
Okay, a different school. Okay.
Yeah, but you probably can find Mikyans in the higher school, so that gets a little gets a little strange. All right, so how many Mikyans are there? He says what, Sugeng, in the first half of the first line? How many Mikyans are there in the universe?
In the universe?
How many things are Mikyan? How many
Oh,
things
he's-
can trigger a perception?
Everything?
Yeah, everything. All right. And by the way, when sometimes when you say everything in Buddhism, you start with the most basic thing in the universe, which is Suk. Okay.
Suk,
Suk.
the form. The
Yeah.
form.
And in this case, and then you know, anytime you see Suk, you have to think about, are they talking about all physical things, or are they talking about shapes and colors? Okay. And I would say here, because we're starting with the effect that it has on your visual consciousness, we must be talking about,
The object that we can see.
yeah, we must be talking about Suk in that sense, which means shapes and colors.
Shape and color. Okay.
Yeah. So Sugeng, when I say Suk Sok, how many of the categories, how many of Stanley's categories am I talking about?
5.
No, it
which
says
one?
Chitam J.
Oh, all 6?
18.
Oh, 18. Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
the 18.
So Suk Sok is another way to say everything in the universe. Okay.
Okay.
And don't forget that in Sanskrit, the Sok means Adi. Why is that so cool here? Adi. Do you guys remember, Ben Kramer?
The list starting with
Yeah, starting
Oh.
from things you can see all the way up to everything. Okay. So if you say, God, everything, you know, what? Well, starting with stuff you can see in front of you and then everything else too. Here, okay. All of those things in the universe, starting with things you can see, okay, they are Mikyan. They are Mikyan. And by the way, Mikpa is the full form, and it means an object of perception, okay, object of perception. And I remember my teacher teaching me, which is why it's so wonderful to have a human teacher, a close teacher. He would make a big deal about Mikpa and Mikpa. Do you guys remember Mikpa and Mikpa?
yeah, one means the object and one means to perceive the object.
Yeah, the verb to perceive an object is Mikpa, and you emphasize the first syllable. Okay, it's like the Chinese, tone, right? Mikpa, and then
But are they spelled the same? Are they spelled
exactly
the
the
same?
same. That's the problem. They're spelled
Oh,
exactly
wow.
the same. That's the
Okay.
problem. And then when you're talking about the object of perception, you go beep, beep, like a roadrunner, right, Ben? Mikpa, okay,
Mikpa.
Mikpa, Mikpa. Okay, so what are you gonna say here?
Oh, it's
Yeah, it's
Mikpa.
kind of both. It's kind of both. Yeah,
Both?
kind of.
Oh.
I don't know. Mikbekian. I think they treat it as a verb. Okay, Mikbekian. What's this ngutak mean for $20?
projects directly.
No,
The actual object.
no.
What
It
what are the
says-
words? I'm sorry.
M and dak, and I'll give you a clue. Then it says kamrun.
Oh, actual objects or labeled objects, any which one.
Good. Yeah, real objects. M or dak means just called objects. They're not real objects. Okay. Okay. So he says everything in the universe is a object factor, either a real object factor, or we can call it an object factor, you know. That means there must be some object factors that are not quite object factors, but we call them object factors, okay? And he's gonna get into that, okay? Kanru means either one, okay? Everything in the universe is either a real object factor, or you can call it an object factor, okay? All right. So we can start with Suk is the Mikyan for Miki Namshe. What does that mean? Suk is the
Form is the
Mikyan.
object for the I sense consciousness.
Yeah.
Oh,
Form in the
mankind.
sense of colors and shapes. is the object factor for the awareness of your eye, the awareness of what you're seeing, okay? And you go all the way from there up to Che Tam Je are the Mikyan of the Yikin Namshe.
For the object of perception of the mental sense consciousness.
Is what?
All
Everything.
stuff.
Yeah,
All
everything in the universe is a Mikyan for your mental consciousness, okay? Everything. Why? Because things you see, hear, smell, taste, skin, in the next moment, they are objects for your mental awareness, right? That's Abhidharma system, okay? All right, Yin Beige here, okay. So Mikyan's a pretty big category, right? All right.
Yeah, very huge. Everything.
And it's one of the easier ones to understand, okay? By the way, I have a problem, with Kien, the 4 Kiens. And I was thinking about it this morning when I was washing the dishes from last night. To me, they're not equal weight. They're kind of a strange, they're kind of strange. They're not like a quarter of the things in the universe and a quarter of the things in the universe. And they're kind of like jumbled up, It feels like Buddha must have mentioned them on different times during 80 years. And somebody said, oh, he mentioned it 4 times. And it doesn't seem like they are equal weight. And I'm not sure they are comprehensive either. So, or maybe too comprehensive. Okay. All right. Please read. And Mr. Sana wants to check you.
Dak poi can chen shak tu yete chegu she jawat te
Oh,
kyo tu
the satellite
sepe
from Singapore is cranky.
cranky. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're okay, Sugeng.
Oh, okay.
Start again. Sugeng.
Okay. Dak poi can chen shak tu yete chegu she jawat te kyo tu sepe che.
You know what this means. Shakti Yute means he's making an artificial debate. Okay.
Oh.
Let's take the, I used to call it dominant factor or something. Okay. We called it personal, Dakyan. I used to call it dominant factor. This will help us translate it. Shakti Yute. What's it mean, Nick? Shakti Yute?
It is a thing. It
Yeah,
exist.
we can say what it is.
Oh.
It's just artificial debate, okay? Take the Duckian. We can say what it is. Oh, wow, you're really tough. Why? Oh, it's the same as Chigyu.
Mhm.
Same as functioning factor.
A causal factor. One,
Causal
Sugeng. It comes
factor.
from your country, by the way.
Oh yeah, okay. Causal factor.
It comes
Chigi,
from
the
what?
surfer.
Yeah, the surfer in Indonesia. It's the surfer in Indonesia. Okay. So now you have a new idea of what Dakpo means. Maybe it doesn't mean personal. And maybe it doesn't mean Stanley was saying supporting factor or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it seems like Dakpo. By the way, Dakpo can mean the owner of a house. Dakpo can mean the boss of your job. Dakpo can mean the boss of your country. Maybe we call it a boss factor. Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be expensive. Okay.
So
Okay.
so they are the same as the causal factor.
Yeah,
Okay.
which means everything in the universe except the result.
Except the result.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. At any given time. All right. Okay. Like what's causing this Zoom call? When we can hear you, it's everything else in the universe. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So
Except
and what
hearing.
is this? They can do shepa.
Oh, it is explained as being it.
Oh, okay. It is explained.
So this Q means it. This Q refers to Dakin.
I see. Okay.
The word doer cause is explained in the scripture as referring to it, meaning Dakin. Okay. So, okay, cool. So
Yeah.
that means we might want to adjust our mixed nuts translation of Dakin. Okay. I've
So,
seen some good arguments that it should be called personal,
personal.
but every time I read this part of the Abhidharma, I think we should call it something like dominant or something. Okay. Like the big boss cause, boss of all causes, boss of all factors. Yeah. Okay.
I see. Because
And,
it covers a lot of things, right?
yeah. And here you see that he has expanded it from Dakien to Dakboikien.
Yeah.
He gave the full name. This is the full name. So Dakbo always means boss or leader or like that. And then Dak could be self, personal. Okay. Now that he put the bow in there, who put the bow in there? Choni Lama or Vasubandhu?
This is
It's in bold. It's in
bold.
bold.
Oh, wow. Master Vasubandhu. Wow.
Yeah, so it's Vasubandhu put the bow in there.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, let's go see what the Sanskrit is word. Where is that? Oh, here it is at the end. Okay. It's I guess it's Adipa. Okay. Adipa, the big guy. Okay. Adipa, I guess. All right. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Adi means like first one, right? First one. Okay.
So here we should adjust it into dominant factor.
I would say so. I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't I give you the definition of a doer cause just in case you forgot? Where it says anything that doesn't prevent the result from growing, and which actually helps the thing to grow, because the king
The king not killing you helps you.
Didn't kill.
Yeah. The IRS, the American Tax Department, is helping me this year because they didn't take 100% of my money. They just took 60%. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Next, again, please read. I think Venerable Utpala wants to check you.
Of course, yay.
Ndir chidun ki chung se shena chirgyu ken ni mi mingalte te ni yin kap nyam yin pe chir.
Yeah, good. Chung se means what, you guys? Chung se.
A little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about this a little bit. Okay. Do you see any bold in the next few paragraphs?
No.
No. It means Joni Lama wants to talk about things, which is nice. That's why we hired him. Okay. He says, let's step away from the root text for a while. Let's talk about this stuff because it's confusing. Okay. So when you see a long, here it is, right? There's no bold for like a whole page. Okay. It means he wants to talk about it. It probably means something's bothering him. Okay. I mean, just so you know. Okay. Chi Denki Chung Se Shena means let's talk about all this stuff from a very overall point of view. Okay. This Chi Den doesn't mean Chi Cheda. It just means let's take what do you call that? Bird's eye view.
Bird's eye view. Okay.
Let's take a bird's eye view of all this stuff. Okay. Let's look at it from a big scope. Okay. Generally speaking, cheer. Gyu Ken Yi Ming Gao. What's that mean?
They're not contradictory. Sorry.
Yeah, to be a factor and to be a cause these two ideas are not contradictory. One thing can be both a factor and a cause, if you think about it, right? I don't know. Water is the cause for the plant to rot, but it's also a can that helps it grow, something like that. You know, water, I don't know. Everything can be a gyu and a can. Okay, that's not contradictory. Ni Miguel. In fact, the two words are yin cap nyam.
Equal sets.
Equal sets? Oh.
Yeah, everything which is one is also the other. Everything which is one is also the other. Okay. Now we're not talking about factor as a secondary cause. We're not saying fertilizer, water, sunlight. We're saying in general, generally speaking, from a bird's eye point of view, everything that's a factor is also a cause. Okay. Okay. Now he's gonna say, but there's a but coming.
Oh,
there's a but coming. Okay. Let him do the but and then ask me a question.
okay.
Right? Generally, anytime you say it's a factor in this situation, it means it's a cause in this situation. And anytime you say this is a cause in this situation, you can say it's a factor in this situation, right? Okay. Now here comes an important qualification. Here comes an important exception. All right, here we go. And Footballer still wants to check you, I think.
She chikla tuna kapariete chu de nyerleni you can su chewe guinla te lanchik chepani te de ni su chewe ken yin pe chir.
Yeah, okay, good. What's she chikla tuna mean, you guys?
Something that, if one thing relies on a basis.
Not exactly. It means relative to one phenomenon. Okay, she chikla tuna means relative to one situation or one case. Relative to one case, okay? So let's say that we're talking about a specific case where a seed is growing into a sprout, right? Okay, you planted watermelon seed and you're trying to grow a watermelon plant, okay? So that's one situation or one circumstance, okay? So shi chikla tuna means with regard or relative to a single situation. Kepar.
There are features.
No.
There are differences between.
Yeah, they are different. Okay. So in general, you can say every cause is a factor and every factor is a cause. But with regard to a single situation, there's a difference between the two. Then condition takes on a different meaning and it doesn't mean exactly cause. Okay. Then they get separate. Okay. Why? The near limb of the watermelon plant, okay, just, any particular thing, okay? The immediate cause or the direct cause or the material cause, you can say material cause. The material cause of a thing is the gyu separated out from the two of gyu and ken, okay? When you talk about the material cause of the watermelon plant, then you have to split causes and factors and call it the cause. Okay, Niso Chewa means you have to split cause and factors and call it cause. Okay, what's the substantial cause of a watermelon plant?
A seed.
Yeah, the watermelon seed. And it means what turns into the plant, okay? What turns into the plant. So the seed, watermelon seed for a watermelon plant is called a cause, okay? The material cause, the immediate cause, okay? So he says, when you're talking about the material cause of a thing, you're gonna have to split the two ideas, cause and factor, and call it the cause.
I
Okay.
see.
And not so much the factor. Okay. When you're talking about one specific situation. Okay. Not in general. Okay. But what's coming up next, you guys? Anticipatory translation. What's coming up next?
You split
What-
out the kin.
Yeah.
You wanna say again?
You split the cause and the factor, and it's the factor.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So Sanchik Chepani means contributing, the contributing cause. Sanchik Chepa means contributing cause.
Mm.
Okay. That you split, again, you split these two, the same two, and that's the factor. That's
Uh-huh.
called the condition or the factor. Okay. So the contributing cause, the classic ones are for the watermelon plant,
Soil, sunlight, water.
soil, sunlight, fertilizer, water, and very importantly, the Abhidharma will always list the effort of the gardener.
Uh-huh.
The effort of the gardener. Okay, except for the weeds, right, Nick? Okay. Okay, good. So, so Sugeng, I'll ask you a question. Does Gyu and Ken mean the same thing?
In general,
Good.
except in the case.
Yeah, except in a particular situation, right? And shi chikla tuna means except when relative to a certain situation, like a particular watermelon plant growing from a particular watermelon seed. Okay, then you have to split cause from condition. Here's a case, by the way, where calling Ken condition is much more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we could call Ken condition, or we could call it factor. But when you're talking about a particular situation, it's much more comfortable for me to call it a condition. Okay. The problem is you can't change horses halfway through the stream. They say in American English, you can't change the horse in the middle of the stream. It means you got to commit for the whole book.
Yeah.
You can't wait for this sentence. Okay. So you maybe have a footnote that says what we've been calling factor all along is what you would call a condition in this case, right? Or something like that.
Okay, Shala,
I think-
isn't it that Ken means different things at different
Right.
points? I mean, I think we do that with
Yeah.
some words.
With lots of words.
Yeah, it does. I in fact, when you're talking about the 12 links, I really like what?
Oh, triggers.
I like to call it a trigger. Yeah.
Trigger.
Mhm.
So, I mean, in that way, we do that, I think, in all the books with many words that
Yeah, we do.
depending on what they mean.
Yeah, we do.
But
By
I
the
think I
way,
understand what you're, oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. These three, we're going to see these Kens, I think, again today in somebody else's book, which is good. It's good that we're covering it. Okay. It's good, Sugeng, that you gave up 2 classes to Stanley so he could finish his book last night. So thank you for that.
Yes.
That was a Bodhisattva activity.
More than happy.
Okay. Yeah, probably your book is going to come out faster. All right. Let's read this one. And Rob Haggerty wants to check you. Yay, Rob.
Du chema yimpe churni miken ne par du par mi chate de kema yimpe chir.
Okay. Up above, we said here, we said ngutak. Okay, everything in the universe is an object factor because everything in the universe can trigger an awareness of it, right? When an Arya sees emptiness directly, then you can say emptiness is the mikyan, right? It's triggering the awareness of emptiness, okay? But it's not a functioning thing, Sugeng. It can't do anything. How can you call it a can? How can you call it a factor? Emptiness never changes. If something never changes, it can't do anything because when you do something, you change, right? Okay, so up here, he said everything in the universe is either a real object factor Or you can just call it an object factor. Here we go. Here's our exception. Okay. Please read. Rob, give him a hard time.
This one I just read. Duce
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. What's Duce Mayimba mean, you guys? I guess Word's the only person who can remember Duce.
It is not a thing which came about due to the convening of causes and conditions.
Yeah, not a product of causes and conditions. Duce Mayimba. So is there any such cha? Cha means existing thing, right? Dharma. Is there any such thing?
Yes.
Of course.
Like what?
Empty space.
Yeah, or emptiness or empty space. Good, Nick. Okay, let's take things that were never started, but they exist. Okay, they exist, but they never started. Okay, they weren't produced. Okay, Mikian Ngunepa Mindu. We don't agree. What?
The real.
That they are real Mikians. Okay. Okay. Can you call them Mikians? Yes. Are they real Mikians? No. Okay. Got it? Why not? Can't my bitch here.
Because they can't.
They are not the factor.
They're not factors. They can't do anything because they didn't start. When you do something, you change. You got it, you guys? You okay?
Yeah. Oh.
Is it a Mikian? Yes. I'm sorry.
No.
Well, we can kind of a Mikian. Well, why do you say kind of? Because it's not a kin. Okay. It's not a factor. Why? Because it can't do anything. Why? Because it can't change. All right. Because why? It never started. But if it never started, how can it exist? It came into existence, but it didn't start. Okay. And that's something you have to learn. And I think you'll hear it very few places. Okay. If you don't understand that, you can't read this stuff. Right.
When you say and just the word, do you mean the idea or the concept?
Oh yeah, if I say it's not a real one, right? If I say it's not a real one, yeah, I think you could say that. The general concept of something you look at that triggers an awareness, it kind of generally fits that, but not really. Okay.
Okay.
Not really. Okay. Can you call a pizza the moon, Hassel?
You can.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of similar, but
Okay.
you know, it's not gonna make you turn into a werewolf.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an American quote. Okay. All right. Who's gonna read this next part? Allison Joe is coming up on my screen. Let's go. Did Grandma bring you any more food?
Oh, yes.
Every day,
Wow.
right? I can't believe it. That's why you guys went back to China, just to be in quarantine. All right. Here we go.
Cheme Numong Chen Ki Sem Ki Numong Chen Ki Sem Chima Kone Dema Takken Chepa Posok Su Duki Lapuni Demi Shete Sakche Ki Samjung Ki Ni Same Ki Samjung Ki Dema Takken Chepa Shepechir.
Yeah, and what's a dema takyen, Sugeng?
The the factor that is following immediately after.
Yeah, and usually they are mental, right? Because we add the word sumba. What sumba mean when we're talking about mental stuff? It means linked. It means linked. The mental function and the mind are linked together in 5 different ways. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this particular kind of factor is very specifically referring to linked mental states, where one mental state triggers another mental state. Okay, why is that so interesting in the Abhidharma? Why are they so fascinated by one mental state that triggers another mental state in the next moment? Why are they so fascinated about that?
16 aspects.
Well, partly, but they want to talk about how do you achieve nirvana? You're going to have to shut down these kins. You're going to have to shut down this kin because nirvana means your mind stopped. Your mind stopped. Okay. So when they talk about mental factors which trigger an immediate factor in the mind after it, they're mainly talking about negative states of mind. Okay. Because very pure states of mind can't do that. Okay. If you have a super pure state of mind, it's going to actually stop your mental stream.
Yeah.
Okay. So when the Abhidharma school talks about immediately preceding factors, they're always talking about mental, and they're always talking about what, you guys? Nyomong Chen.
Yeah, reflected.
Negative.
Yeah, negative ones. So Choni Lama says, hey, you guys, didn't you think it was strange that they're always talking about negative states of mind, which trigger negative states of mind in the next instant? Why is the Abhidharma guys so hung up with negative causes negative? Okay, what do you guys think? Well, they're trying to explain how you achieve nirvana. Okay, that you got to shut down this kind of cause, this kind of factor. Okay, so Che Mei is Cheda Ma Wei, Sugeng. Cheda Ma Wei. Yeah, he calls them deist. Deist.
What? Deist.
Deist. Okay, he made an abbreviation. Okay, those deist guys, it means detailless guy. Okay. Che Ma is an abbreviation. It's like calling Sugeng Skeng. Okay. All right. This Skeng guy, okay, these detailists, they only recognize Nyomong Chenki Sem as a Dematakin.
Negative mind with negative emotion as the immediate factor.
Immediate factor. Yeah.
Immediate
Okay.
factor.
The only thing the details want to talk about when they say that one state of mind triggers the next instant state of mind, they only want to talk about negative states of mind. Okay. They only want to talk about negative states of mind. Now, de means that's all they want to talk about. Okay. Ki means what, you guys, at the end of a sentence? But at the end of a sentence, it's the rear end of the sentence, right? But nobody got it. Okay.
We're just not laughing, gosh.
Yeah, just because
Yes, not really.
But okay. But the lopen mishe.
He didn't explain that.
He doesn't. Mishe means accept it, accept a position. Who's the lopen?
Master Vasubandhu.
Yeah, Vasubandhu. Okay. Now you talk to a real detailist, he'll tell you immediate factors are always states of mind, and furthermore, they are always negative states of mind. But the lopen mishe.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because Master Vasubandhu is coming from the other philosophical school level.
Yeah, he just thinks it's weird if you're gonna call something an immediate mental cause, that you just say it's only the negative ones. There's nothing in the word that suggests negative, right? It just says immediate. Okay. Now his position, sak cheki sem chung sem chung ki, sak meki sem sen demataken. Okay. Sak che states of mind can produce in the next moment what?
The pure
Vimala's mind. Vimala's mind. Yay, Vimala. Okay. Okay. What do you call it? Impure states of mind.
Impure.
Can trigger in the next moment pure states of mind.
Okay.
It's possible. Okay. He says, you guys, when you say the cause and the result are both messed up or impure states of mind, Well, what happened to pure states of mind that come right after an impure state of mind? Okay.
Oh, okay.
And that might lead the master, okay, Vasubandhu, to say, when you reach nirvana, you
Cut.
don't cut your
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. It sounds like he's
You
saying
still have
no,
your mind.
'cause-
Yeah, you see it, the implications again? You see the implication?
Mm.
If Dematakyan always refers to messed up states of mind, then when you become an arhat, all your Dematakyan should stop and your mind should stop. And Vasubandhu says, no, no, no. You can have a messed up state of mind that triggers a pure state of mind. And what he's implying is you don't have to disappear when you reach nirvana. Okay?
Mm. Oh, this is cool.
Now,
Yeah.
now. Why we are studying this stupid thing? Why are we studying this stupid thing? This is what we want. This is the big question. Okay? How does a messed up state of mind become a pure state of mind in the next millisecond? How's that even possible?
Yeah.
How can you go for billions and billions of lifetimes and not see emptiness? And then one day, your ignorant mind creates a perception of emptiness in the next millisecond, because that's what happens when you become an Arya.
Yeah.
Okay. How is that even possible? Okay. And Sugeng, that's what they're really struggling with in the second chapter. That's what they really want to explore. How can you have a messed up state of mind for billions and billions of years, and then suddenly it triggers a pure state of mind and you see emptiness? What happened? What can do that? What can make that happen? That's what the Abhidharma is all about. This sentence here is what the Abhidharma is all about. Okay. How, after billions of years, how can you make that change? How is that even possible? Okay. And it's very beautiful. The reason they're covering this topic is they want to explain how you become an Arya. Okay. How is it possible? How could a faulty state of mind create a perfect state of mind in the next millisecond? How could it be? How could it ever be? How can you ever get out of samsara? Okay. And it must be extremely rare, right?
Yes.
It
Wow,
must
this
be
is
something
cool.
weird happens. Okay. And the whole point of Abhidharma is to make something weird happen.
Wow.
All right. Okay, Stanley wants to check you next.
Last minute.
Oh, hey,
yeah.
that was a great last sentence, by the way.
Depthel. John Lam Ki, Tong Lam Ki, Dematak Chepe, Chul Sok She Pe Chia.
Oh, wow, there it is. There it is. Okay, so Master Sugeng's gonna explain it to us, okay? The Jorlam,
The path of preparation
is the Dematakyan for Tonglam.
is the immediate factor for the path of seeing.
Good, good. Here's the punchline of the whole Abhidharma Kosha, okay? Somehow, the path of preparation triggers the direct perception of emptiness, okay? In the next millisecond, next millisecond, okay? Shebe Echir, Shepa means Vasubandhu believes it, okay? Vasubandhu says, no. You can't say all immediate factors are negative. There must be a millisecond when you cross over from impure to pure. When you go from path of preparation to path of seeing, there must be some process in a single instant when your mind goes to pure from impure. Okay, Dematakyan. Okay, very, very important in the Abhidharma. This is the guts of the Abhidharma. Okay.
Wow.
Yay.
Wow.
Let's stop there. It's very good luck.
Wow, and that's all? I'm still with.
That's the punchline.
All right.
And the purpose of the rest of the Abhidharma Kosha, Stanley's life up to 2032, is to learn how we do it. How do you do it?
Yeah.
After
Wow.
billions of years, how do you, in the next instant, how does a totally effed up mind create a totally pure mind? How's that even possible? Okay, and that's what the rest of the Abhidharma is for. Okay, yay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. Thank you. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
We didn't
Wow.
finish the cans, but
Yeah.
look down here. We have
Ah.
1, 2,
Oh, close.
3, 4, 5. We have 5 sentences to go, and we're finished with this little part.
Wow.
But that's a great place to stop.
Yes, thank you. And inviting everybody to come back in February to watch to learn the sequel.
Yeah.
Okay, Gewa, nice job, Sugeng.
Yeah,
on
I
this
did.
term.
Thank you.
I'll make a quick
and,
announcement. Thank you, Geshe Michael.
Go ahead, Nick.
But Allison, can you just, while I'm doing that, can you look up the dates for next term, please?
Me? Okay.
Yeah, because you have the master calendar.
Okay.
Thank you
It's
so much.
February.
I was going to have it ready, but
I might be able to look them up also, Nick.
The 7th through the 20th of February.
okay, there it is.
We all agree?
Arizona time, February 7th.
repeat that?
Arizona time, February 7th to 20th. Arizona dates.
Yeah.
Are we going to add 6 more days because we got 2 more books?
might-
Or
that's-
2 more days because we have 2 more books?
Grandpa has to think about it, okay?
I have some ideas if you want to talk about it, Geshe.
Yeah, I'm happy, Nick. We'll talk about it.
All right.
I think me, Gibson, and Tim go to Hawaii and do those 6 days together. Something like that.
Indonesia surfing trip.
Yeah, Bali too.
Yeah, okay. We'll make a decision on that. But Nick, I'm happy to talk to you about it. Yeah.
Cool. Well, anyway, thank you.
Maybe when you buy me a cappuccino in Encinitas.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that sounds great. All right. So thank you so much. That was amazing. This is the last day. This has been incredible. And that was a really amazing moment to end this book on. So thank you so much, Geshe Michael and Sugeng and everybody. That was awesome. Right now, I'm going to give a class on diamond mining. We'll just have a discussion about it. So if you're interested in this kind of thing, like making practical applications out of this material, that's something that I'm working on a lot these days. Sugeng and Stanley too. We're trying to learn from Geshe Michael and then create a process for us all to learn that. And it's fun, actually. It's interesting. So I'll just go through how I've done that if you want to check it out. And then we have 3 more translation classes tonight, and that's it for the term. So please mark your calendars for February 7th to 20th. Please come back. Tell all your friends how amazing this is, that they too can learn what the Abhidharma means and and how it's guiding us to reach nirvana.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
There's also a New Year's class, 3 days, the 3 days of including New Year's and the 2 days before, that you guys are welcome to come to. And the topic of that is to how to have a good year. It's some suggestions on how to have a great new year that come from an ancient book by Tsongkhapa. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. We can share the link for that on the website, I guess, on the Diamond Cutter Classics website.
Yeah.
Please check out the Diamond Cutter Classics website, diamondcutterclassics.com. And
Yes, sure. Sorry. Just to remind that you mentioned that these 3 talk because we student from mainland of China now.
Yeah.
So on the last day are open
The last
mainland.
day. Yeah, only New Year's Eve in Asia. Only New Year's Eve in Asia, if you're from mainland. Yeah. Okay, Nick.
cool. Oh, and just one thing to consider before we break. Diamond Cutter Classics, this translation organization functions in large part thanks to donations. So if you want to support us for the long run, we do need help. We're signing up monthly donors, even if it's just a little bit. I think most of you already are. But once again, tell all your friends if they're interested in these books being translated. It's going to take us a really long time because there's just so many books.
Yeah.
But we're doing it correctly, as you can see, since you've been here. So, obviously, I think, and this is really a cause worth supporting, because the wisdom contained within these books can really help us change our worlds from a world of pain into a world of perfection. and it just gets better along the way. So there's just really beautiful things in these books that we're trying to make available to the world. And we want to make it available to everyone for free. So please support our organization if you can, even just a little bit. DiamondCutterClassics.com if you want to make a donation. All right, let's get back to class. Thank you so much.
Okay, have a good class, Nick.
Thank you. We'll take a 5-minute break over here. I'll be back.